Abdul, those first few games, you weren't as involved offensively as you've been of late. What's been the difference? Tonight, you scored 17 points, grabbed 12 rebounds.
Having a lot of confidence and being aggressive on the offensive end. And I figured I have the team a lot on defense, so why not try to do that the same thing on offense? And my teammates are like a big. I guess you could say my teammate kind of put a lot of confidence in me, letting me know that, hey, I got to do something on offense. It just can't be 4 against 5 every time. So.
Good questions for the players. We'll get the microphone to you. Let's go to Joe here in the front row to the players' right.
Robert, I guess it's kind of obvious, but when Abdul is helping out offensively and things, just how does that take a load off of you guys, the rest of the guys on the team?
First, I would like to thank God for this opportunity. But having Abdul being an offensive threat, it makes a big difference in the game. We don't have to depend so much on the perimeter guys shooting threes, which equaling the long rebounds and things of that nature. But also getting to the free throw line. He knocked down a lot of clutch free throws tonight that really helped us. So getting players in foul trouble down low impacts the game a lot, as well as scoring.
Okay, we'll get the microphone to you. Let's go back to Tyler in the middle, and then we'll get it to Garrick in the front.
But they hit 11 threes there in the first half. What were you guys doing defensively that might have opened that up for them?
I feel like it was just lack of communication for the most part. A lot of plays came off of second chance rebounds and scrambling. It's just about running them off the three-point line and not giving them that chance to get that open look. So I feel like that's what happened in the first half.
Go ahead, Garrick.
The offensive rebounds, is that part of what's giving you confidence on the offensive end, just trying to get putbacks?
We emphasize that in practice a lot. The 3, 4, and 5, we always it's a key thing we have to do is go to the glass every time. Because of our size, we have a great size. The starting lineup is like we have 6'10", 6'11", 6'7", so we just have to take advantage of that every game.
Again, questions for the players. We'll get the microphone too. We'll go back to Tyler.
Robert, with Nick set to come back in the next game, how big of a boost can that give you guys on both ends of the floor with the things that he's capable of doing out there?
I think it'll be great. We're excited to have him back. He'll help out a lot on the defensive end. I feel like our defensive intensity has grown and our energy on the defensive end has been exceptional the past few games, and I feel like he'll just help us take that to a next level, so help us become an elite defensive team.
Anything else for the players? All right, thank you guys. We'll have Coach Jones in here shortly from Radford.
That was a tough one. Obviously, their three-point shooting in the first half really was a problem for us. They were 11 for 17. It felt like we were playing the Houston Rockets. Everything was a three. We changed how we were going to play ball screens the second half. I thought it helped us make it a little harder on their guards. They couldn't read as easily. Only 4 for 15 in the second half. Credit our defense for holding to 30% in the second half. Is that correct? Yeah, 30.8. I thought we did a better job of getting the ball inside. And again, Radford, we're playing them because they're a good team. They're picked to win their league. They beat Notre Dame and Texas on the road last year. They beat Northwestern on the road this year. We knew it was going to be a difficult game. I thought we did a really good job at making our foul shots today. 25 for 30, 83%, including Abdul going 7 for 9 and making 7 in a row. So really proud of him, and his confidence is just growing offensively. And to put together another double-double game like this is big. He's got 3 good games rolling for him now in a row. Robert made a big three. How about Keyshawn's three? What was it, a one-point game we were up when he made that to put us up 4?
Yes, sir.
That was a huge shot. And I had told him, he had been in there previously, he turned down a wide-open three in the same exact spot, I believe on the same set. It's like, you got to shoot that. You're wide open. And he had no hesitation. And I was so happy for him because he's putting so much work in. I thought Iverson's block late in the game on the slip of the screen. He came from the weak side. He had 2 blocks today, both huge plays for us. And I thought we did a good job, honestly, on Jones, number 1. And again, it was hard to scout number 14, Walker. You can see he can really shoot the ball. We started, he started with 2 threes that were big, and you know, we had some defensive breakdowns. We'll watch this tape tomorrow and learn from it. But that's all we're going to do tomorrow. We really need some time to rest. And you can see that it's really worn us down a little bit, playing guys so many minutes in terms of the fatigue. I am so happy that Nix can be out there with us now. That's such a huge boost for us. This in terms of spreading minutes out better, the energy and the toughness he brings, the defensive, you know, the experience, everything. It just makes us a better team without question. And we're going to need him on Sunday. Questions?
Again, Adrian's got the microphone. We'll get it to you. Who wants to lead off tonight? Go ahead and start with Paul, the second row to coach's right, and then we'll get it back to the front and Garrick.
Coach Jones mentioned that you probably got into your team a little bit about the three-point shooting in the first half, and he said it seemed like you guys changed up your ball screens. Just talk about what was the focus in the second half.
Yeah, we were hard edging the second half versus plugging, and give them credit. I mean, it wasn't like we were playing terrible defense, but the guard had too much vision on the weak side. That's an experienced team. When you look at them, they're all older. I mean, you know, number one's a redshirt junior. You know, they have a bunch of seniors in there. Number 5 got it going today against us. He's shooting 25% on the season from 3, but he made his first one because we turned it over. He got an open look, and that gave him some momentum. And all of a sudden, boom, boom, he's 4 for 10. He shot 44% last year on the season from 3. I just thought our hard hedging helped us in terms of making it harder on their guard to read and making it more looking. You know, look, they took 54 shots and 32 of them are threes. I mean, that's like, you know, the analytic nightmare that, you know, that everybody's going to now, that when you're shooting 60% of your shots from 3, and they shot it well. Everybody did. Even number 13, I think he's 1 for 7 going into the game today on the season, is knocking down threes. He didn't make them last year, and he's shooting with confidence like no big deal. So give them a lot of credit. Their coach did a great job having them prepared. They came off a really tough loss against Duquesne, who's 9-0, and they obviously really prepared well for us because they gave us everything we could handle.
Ben, do you think all the offensive rebounds Abdul's getting his help and lead to his confidence on the offensive end the last couple of games?
Yeah, and we got to keep getting those.
Again, we'll get the microphone to you for questions. Questions for Coach. We'll open to Tyler here in the middle, second row.
DJ Stewart made his second straight start and really provided a lot there in the first half. What do you see out of him, and you know, do you feel like he can keep doing that going forward, coming off the bench with Nick coming back?
Yeah, I mean, we expect him to do that coming forward. He's really playing well. And you can see he's not a true freshman. Redshirted last year. He learned a lot by being here and being in practice every day, even though he had the stress fracture late in the year and missed a month. You know, I'm just so thankful that, you know, we have him because he's a good player and he's only going to get better and better. 3 assists, 1 turnover, 3 rebounds. You know, is making unselfish plays for his teammates. He's arguably our best post feeder right now, and really does a great job finding Abdul. Like, you know, Abdul loves playing with DJ because he's getting him the ball time and time again. And his defense, he's our most versatile defender in that he can guard all 3 perimeter positions better than anybody. He can match up on a 6'5", you know, big who's trying to post him, and he can match up on a, you know, 6-foot guard. So I'm really pleased with him and Iverson, the way they're growing.
We'll keep it middle right and Brian.
You mentioned, you know, getting Nick back and some of the fatigue of all the minutes people are playing. Is that what you want to pin Tyson's night on? Because it looked like he had some good looks, but
Yeah, there's no question. I'm playing him too many minutes, and it's that's why tomorrow it's a reset button. Tomorrow we're not doing anything but watching film, and you know, hopefully that's going to help him. He's going to get a massage, so hopefully the massage therapy will loosen up those limbs a little bit, and it's just going to help everybody. I mean, Robert's playing too many minutes. Everybody is. It's going to give us a ability to play with a more versatility now. We played Robert some minutes tonight again for the second game in Rome at the 4 to match up with their team, and that was helpful at times.
We'll go to the far right.
Coach, what did you tell the guys at halftime with Radford? They had 19 points off your 8 turnovers in the first half, and they only held you to, they finished with 22 points off of 3 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah, you know, we only had 11 turnovers, but it's amazing how all those turnovers turned into points. Starting with the first one, Tyson made a questionable decision to try to feed Reggie, and it turns into a 3. We were off to a great start for the second time at home in a row. Same thing against Tech. We were up 10-2. And our turnovers really bothered us. We didn't really talk about the turnovers as much as the ball screen defense and just locking in defensively. And what we need to do to win the game is get stops. I mean, in the first half, they're 11 for 17 from 3. We're not going to win when teams shoot that well from the three-point line. And we end up holding them to 42%, but from 3, they shot 47% for the game, which is a high percentage.
We'll go back to the middle and Brian.
You got 18 tonight out of Perry and then 17 each from Woodard and Adu. Is this the best your front court's played all year?
Well, maybe offensively. And Reggie only played 22 minutes, and so we just got to get him to be able to stay out of foul trouble. And he had 2 charges. I thought the one on the baseline was a questionable call. I thought the guy sold it and flopped it. I can't wait to see it on the film to see if I'm correct or not. But he's just got to play more minutes for us and play without fouling.
Any other questions for Coach before we let him go?
We'll look forward to seeing you all up in Jackson. That's going to be, I don't know, do we have media before then?
Friday.
We do, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you Friday.